I felt like I was nowhere. As far as religion goes, I was nowhere. I was more angry with religion. I had like sort of an attitude. I had an attitude with God. When people tried to talk to me about God, I shut them down. If they wanted to pray with me, I didn't really want that. I just felt like I didn't need that. I almost felt like I was too smart for that. Like, I felt like I had it figured out. I met Tim kind of just as friends at first. He and I had some very blunt conversations about God and the Bible. He wanted to know my thoughts, and I gave them to him, and I think his face was like this for a really long time. But he was very respectful. He listened, and we had a really great conversation, and we forged this really great friendship. And then from that, I started coming to church, which I jokingly said, I didn't catch on fire the first time I walked in the door, so that's great. Then he would just randomly text me, and actually my husband, who did not go to church ever at that time, he would just randomly text us, just, hey, thinking about you. And it was always at a moment where I needed it, and it was so weird. And I would always call him Yoda. It was so strange. It started to make me feel like there was something greater. It was starting to wear me down a little bit. Tim was working in me a little bit, you know, the Holy Spirit and God. I mean, it was working in me a little bit. He's going to be so proud that I'm getting baptized. I stopped coming around COVID, not for any real reason other than I just kind of quit coming to church. And then I had heard that we got a new pastor. I think Jamie, my best friend Jamie, had said, hey, you know, you might want to give this new pastor a try. I heard he's really great. And I was like, well, you know, maybe. And my daughter Timber was asking me to bring her to church. She'd been asking me. I kind of rolled my eyes. I'm like, you know, maybe we'll go. And then we had, you know, our family had grown. You know, we have these 3 extra children, these 3 beautiful boys in our home. And they had said, you know, hey, we'd like to go to church. These kids drug me here. They really did. They begged me to bring them. There was about a 7-week period last spring. There was a big struggle-some time in our home. And it was the first time I've ever outwardly just talked to God. And I felt very odd doing so, because I have never in my life just talked to God, ever. I'm just gonna talk to God because I am desperate and I am struggling and I couldn't get through it. And I was like, God, I need you to tell me how to get out of this because I can't do it. And it was kind of one of those, God, if you're real, really need you to answer me this one time, because not sure I can see a way out of this. I do not ask for help very lightly. I mean, there's been a lot of times in my life I've been like, hey, could use some help, you know, but I really needed it right then, like so badly. And he did answer. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool and so needed at that exact moment. There was like a turning point for me. That was last March. And that was about the moment I thought things started turning around for me in my journey here. And I started looking and I started seeing a lot more little signs here and there that when you look back, like he was trying to get our attention so many times all along. How many times has he been like, hey, I'm trying to get you here. Pay attention. And I think I got the message. I'm not sure how long he's been trying to get a hold of me, but he finally did. I'm gonna do life with him by my side now. We can do this together now, and I'll ask for help. I'm really bad at it, but I will do it because I recognize that I do need it, you know. I feel different. I don't know how I feel different, but I do. I've had a lot of challenges with this family and all of that entails, because it's been a hard couple years, but we're making it, and we're seeing all the good things in between all the hard things, and there's a lot of good.